Hello everyone, Sentinel 2, welcome to another Modpack overview, this time on power conversion, a modpack that adds mainstream and niche and a lot of tech focus, with a few other mods to assist with other things like conversion, adding a bit more to the pack, and variety of sorts. So we'll just go through the different mods. Starting off, we have actually additions. Obviously it's utilities, such as reasonable composting, automatic feeding. It's got storage, tools, upgrades, lamps, certain tech aspects, power drills, upgrades for them, batteries, teleportation staff, seeds, food, and so on. And a bunch of tools and armor sets. There's advanced inventory management, which allows you to manipulate aspects to assist you as a player. So for things such as giving you a potion effect, automatically feeding you, draining experience to liquid experience, consideration for player monitoring, putting things into your hotbar, fair amount of different things you can use for different purposes, enter chest, support, and so on, with additional upgrades for security, instant control, and energy. Other than that, Planttech obviously is for storage and other additional things, like what you can do with the Annihilation Plane when interacting with certain blocks. Other than that, obviously it's got different tiers of cables, storage, crafting blocks that allows for more potential of crafting actions. Obviously there's a media that you need to get to have access to starting the mod when it comes to some of the presses. But obviously you can access a storage network and also wirelessly access it, do a bunch of other additional things, and so on. There's a bunch of facades for cabling. You've got calculator for certain benefits to do with, I think it's crops, as well as just some other typical tech things, but obviously it goes off in different directions, as you can see with the hunger processor, health, and so on. With other benefits, a lot of crafting, fair amount of tools, and so on. Chest transporter for transporting items in chests without having to break it, place it, and then put all your stuff back in. Correlated potentialistics is pretty much a Planttech but on a more smaller scope, so you don't have to put too much into getting all the different cables and this, that, and the other thing. You just put all the blocks together after you've gotten a processor from a dungeon at first, and then craft everything, and then you can obviously have the different disk sizes, drive sizes, and then wirelessly go between networks, I'm pretty sure, and then wirelessly access the system as well, the network. Crossroads is kind of a fluid Steam sort of additional aspects tech mod. I'm not too familiar with it myself. It is one I have wanted to try out for myself at one point though. Embers is obviously a mod with tools, certain tech aspects where you go between sending embers. Again, another one I've wanted to cover, but yeah, we'll cover off camera at least. You've got energy converters for converting between EU, RF, Forge Energy, and Tesla. You've got extra utilities for its different utility blocks from different stacks of netherrack, dirt, and so on, to spikes from mob traps, certain machines, generators, user, miner, crafter, some other additional stuff, portals, certain generators, bunch of additional benefits, trash cans for items, fluids, and energy, capturing mobs, sickles for leaves and grass clearing. You've got extreme reactors for Tesla and RF power generation. You've got faucets and filters for item transport. You've got fishing net for fishing automation. Flux networks for transporting energy. You've got funnel for obviously if you want sort of just a vanilla or sort of other approach to fluid transportation compared to the other mods possibilities. You've got geoactivity for tools, armor, times for ore processing, and other uses of coal to make certain materials. You can go about making certain other stuff, as you can see. Massive engineering for post-to-post power transportation. You've got multi-block structures. You've got obviously different voltages to keep track of, for increasing or decreasing it. Kinetic power, blast furnace, scaffolding, different materials, certain other things you can use, such as a bayonet, tank, and otherwise for the, if I can find it, there we go, wherever the, certain things for the drill, and I think the gun, if I can find it, wherever it went. Can't find it right now, but oh well. That you could use for multi-shot stuff, I think even. Ethanol, power, and so on. IC2 Classic over Experimental. So pretty much classic IC2, but with additional blocks you can use, such as Pixel Foam, Teleporter Hub, Plasma Fire, Electric Enchanter, Uranium Enricher, Reactor Planner. So pretty much IC2, but with additional stuff added to it. Synths. So obviously jetpacks, tools, armor, another reactor, other generators. We've got industrial tech for pretty much multiple tiers of compressing blocks, similar to extra utilities, as well as just some other generators. It does work well with Mekanism. Besides obviously adding food generator, redstone generator, furnace generator, and other materials and tools. Iron chests for storage early on, blast resistant chest, see-through, upgraded slots between tiers, upgrades, and so on. You've got chapter for certain utilities, generators, and otherwise to do with RF, so you can move things, you can use bone meal, apply heat from a furnace for other aspects, boost a furnace, send power or items, use a fluid or flux hopper, have a charge plate for charging electric powered tools, splitting, finding dungeons, fishing, and other additional stuff. Lightning craft for its dimension, miner as a quarry, power, a cannon of sorts, a dimension, tools, conversion of RF and LE, its power system, but it also works with Tesla besides RF, so you use that as another converter if you aren't using the energy converters mods, but obviously only for RF and Tesla, rather than EU or otherwise. Magneticraft pretty much just adds a few tech blocks, materials, and so on. It's still, I think, a work in progress in the 1.10.2 version. I think later versions has a bit more depth to it. Otherwise, we've got Mech Farm for crop and animal automation. Mekanism for its cables, tools, utilities, lamps, panels, 5 times ore processing, storage, flamethrower, plastic, fluids, gases, and so on. You've got Omega Craft for its machines, materials, energy swords, different tiered systems, and so on. Chunk Loader from Persistent Bits, Planttech for its plant and metal combination. You can also get enchanted books that you can grow, times 4 ores that are grown, 3D printing, as well as large-scale farms, 2 dimensions, certain other things. So yeah, crossbreeding of sorts of plants, upgradable armor and tools with different levels, with different enchantment benefits. Find relocation as a storage and sort of management of items mod. Portable crafting for crafting on the go. Find storage for again more sort of smaller scaled applied energistics, but with a bit more than correlated potentialistics. Router Reborn as another sort of sorting storage mod, with its sort of benefits of Horizon Furnace, portable crafting, and so on. You've got simple generators for different tiers of generators, as well as different possibilities of generating power, as you can see there. Solar Flux Reborn for solar panels that are upgradable with its additional tiers. Sonar Core for different blocks, besides being a support for calculator. Tisumcraft as a tool, tech, magic, and hardcore survival mod. At the moment, it's probably best to use it for its sort of biome and hardcore aspects, but it does have magic, bosses, as well as different different tech blocks and different tiers as well, in wireless and otherwise power. Tesla tools and armor, Tesla power transportation, again more Tesla machines, tools, and otherwise more solar specific stuff for Tesla, tools, armor, and so on. Thermal mods with obviously its item power and fluid transport, as well as transporting players, filtering it, different utility blocks, different ore processing, other fluid specific manipulation, heat, cold, and otherwise, different upgrades for different purposes, capturing fluids, materials, blocks, items, tools, armor, and so on, more solars, and then obviously transportation of items with dispatcher and its upgrades. And that is pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.